Hey everybody, Ralph Rolle, drummer with Nile Rodgers CHIC, and today we're going to talk about dynamics and the importance of it. Now, in my many years of playing, when I was coming up, I grew up in the Bronx and Bronx River Houses, and there was a lot of great drummers there. And there was one particular drummer, his name is Ricky Williams. What made Ricky so special is Ricky was blind, and he didn't allow his blindness to stop him from doing absolutely anything. And some of the things that he would do is just amazing, not just on drumming, but just in life in general. But when I would watch Ricky play, I always noticed that his dynamic flow when he would play, he was always conscious of when the verse came in the song, or when the chorus came, or when the bridge came. He was always doing the kind of fills that would lead people in the right direction. He would do a breakdown for the verse, because his thinking, as well as mine, is if there's someone in the front and you're supporting a singer or singers, or you're supporting an instrument, you, depending on the genre of music, you don't want to fight or have that singer have to fight with you for dynamics. And being a drummer, you are absolutely the band leader. Even if there's a musical director, you are the band leader, because everyone's following the drums. You're following the drums on tempo. You're following the drums on groove. You're following the drums in every way. So when you get to the verse, you want people to come down a little bit so the singer's not trying to fight over you. Now, again, this all has to do with the genre of music you're playing. Some styles of music, dynamics is not necessarily that important. I think it's important everywhere, because it gives the music a chance to expand and contract, rise and fall, swell and unswell, if you will. And that's why I like using dynamics and controlling the band with a certain fill. So I'll give you one demonstration, and then I'm going to play a song for you. But there's a song that we play with Nile Rodgers CHIC called "I Want Your Love." And when you get to the verse is a very tacit portion of the song. Even though it's grooving really hard, the vocals are not pushing and singing hard, so the drums have to come down in order for the singer not to have to push through that. So if I kept my volume the same, it wouldn't have the same feel. So when you get a chance, check out "I Want Your Love," the live version of Nile Rodgers CHIC. So when I'm playing the song for "I Want Your Love," it starts out like this. As you see, I drop down in the verse. The vocalist doesn't have to fight with the band, because I'm controlling the band. I'm making sure that everyone is, volume-wise, is coming down with me as well. It's important to understand as a drummer, even if you're not the musical director, you're the band leader. People are following you, and they're counting on you to want to lead the band. So dynamics can be very important, and when people understand that you understand dynamics, that's when they decide they want to call you, because you know how to make a band react. There's one of my favorite drummers in New York. You might not know him, but his name is Bernard Davis. He is one of the best people that I know that knows how to make that thing happen. And I would go to the club and I would watch Bernie play, and it was a masterclass every time you would watch him play. So the understanding of groove and dynamics and flow was amazing. Now I'm going to demonstrate a song by a friend of mine. His name is Barry Denelian. The song is called "In the Land of the Blind," and I'm going to demonstrate in this song how dynamics is very important. So the important thing is I showed you how it's done, but I need to show you how it's done. How do you get to that next point of learning how to play dynamics, learning how to apply it in the right way, and how do you put it all together? That's very important. I showed you this, the live portion of it, but now I want to demonstrate to you how you get it done, okay? So now, as I mentioned to you, and I'll say it again, no matter what anyone tells you, I'm telling you that you are the band leader. Drummers, you are the leader of the band. You have to control the tempo, the style of the groove, the dynamics, the fills in between. And when you're in the band, people get used to those things and they're looking forward to it. And sometimes when you do a fill that really works, keep it. You don't have to change it every time. Because what happens is the band will now lock into that fill that you do, and it might even create a part. Working with Nile and CHIC, Nile has worked with everybody in the free world as far as production and performance. But he appreciates the fact that there's a fill or a groove that he can now lock into. So the discipline in drums and being the band leader as a drummer, you have to get used to doing that. Every time you do a show, you don't have to do different things every time. It's not really that important. What's important is that you're respecting every song. Every song that you play demands your respect, and you have to understand that when you're playing, people are not concerned, oh, look at that amazing roll he did. Because honestly, drummers, it's not about you. It has nothing to do with you. It's about the song. And when you start to respect the song, people will respect you, and that's how they will call you to do more gigs. And that's been my life. People hear you play, they understand that you have a great repertoire of things that you can do. It's not all about the 20,000 fills, which when it's time to pull it out, you pull it out, but you don't pull it out all the time. So when you're playing dynamics, these things are important. Now, as you saw in the song, when the song went to the verse area, I went to the side stick because the horns became very legato. Da, da, ba, bum, 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 bum. Now, if I'm playing like this, it's not going to work in the song. So part of you being a drummer is part of you being a producer too. Part of you being a creator and having the understanding and the capacity to make your choices in the right places so the band is going to sound great. It might be a song that's brand new, that's no one's ever heard before, that you guys have made yourself. Now that's a different story because you can create your own parts within that song. But if it's a song that's been out and you're in a band and you're playing the song, you have to respect what the drummer before you, if it's not you, what they did. In the case of Nile Rodgers and CHIC, Tony Thompson, as you know, who's played with CHIC for many years, and then he went on to play with Power Station. Tony was an amazing drummer. So when I'm playing, I'm trying to give all of the essence of what Tony did for that song, plus a little bit of live feel, because it has nothing to do with me. It has all to do with the song. Every time I play a song, I'm respecting the song and the musicians and the singers and whoever else is part of the ensemble. So doing dynamics, you have to send signals. Sometimes it's a roll. So let's take Good Times, for example. Everybody knows the bass line of Good Times. Doom, 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 doom. So now the drums. So if I'm playing that volume in the chorus, when we get to the verse, the first words is happy days are here. Happy days are here again. This is what you'll hear from me. Again, same intensity in the groove, but I've just dropped the volume down so the singers are not singing over me. Sometimes we might have 4 shows a week. The last thing you want to do is blow the singers out because now you have no shows a week. So that's why dynamics are so important. You have to feel where the song is going and understand that when you get to that point in the verse or whatever, you bring the song down. And when you get to that point in the chorus, you bring the song up again. Now, how do you do that? Let me show you slowly. Good times, once again. Now, if you notice, I did a big open hi-hat and then brought the volume down, which is a signal. Now, every time you see that, me in the show, you'll see that little break. I don't change it. When I go to the second verse, I actually break it down with a rim shot like that for the second verse on 1. So like this. These are all signals to the band that we're coming to the verse, everybody has to bring the volume down. What happens dynamically in the song, when the song has those rises in the chorus, it gives the song a dynamic range that is exciting. If you start way up here, there's not too many places you can go once you're here. So that's why it's important to understand dynamic range throughout. No matter what anyone tells you, songs need dynamics. So I hope you understand everything that I'm showing you. It's very important to your growth. That's how you get out here and get gigs, and you keep gigs because you are the band leader. Remember that.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, please do like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. If you want to take your drumming further, head over to drum.dog to see how we can help. Until then, catch you in the next one.